Okay, we're going to go a little further than what we did yesterday. We're going to do what's called operations on functions. And so we're going to use function notation to evaluate functions for inputs of the domain. We'll do that second. And then first we will use function notation to evaluate operations on functions. So we have arithmetic operations on functions. First we have a sum, and it looks like this. And I know that's really kind of complicated, but what it says is if you have a function f of x, we're going to say it's equal to 5, and you have a g function, let's call it 12, then it wants you to add the f, so we would replace all that with a 5 and add the g, so g would get replaced with the 12, which would then give us 17, and that's what the sum would do. The difference says that you're going to subtract. So, for example, if I have f of x equals, let's say 2x, we'll use a variable this time, and g of x equals 5, then this tells us we're going to subtract them, and you would take 2x, because it's the first one, f of x, and you would subtract g. And because these aren't like terms, you would just leave it 2x minus 5. So here we are, we're going to practice them. We're going to perform the indicated operation. On A, the indicated operation is to add. So we're going to take the g function, which is all of this, and we will add the f function, which is this, the 2x minus 12. And then from here, you will combine like terms. A negative 4x plus a 2x is a negative 2x, and you'll combine these other like terms. Negative 2 minus 12 is negative 14, and since those are not like terms, you can't add them or subtract them, and that is your final answer. On B, we're going to do the same thing. This says we start with the f function, so we take all of the f function, which is 2x minus 12, and we're going to subtract the g function. Now, subtracting you have to understand that it's going to subtract the entire g function, not just the first term. So instead of just putting minus a negative 4x minus 2, we're going to use parentheses. And the parentheses will help us to remember that this negative has to distribute to all of that function, all of those values. So before you can combine like terms, we have to distribute the negative through. So a negative 4x becomes positive 4x. And the negative to the negative 2 becomes positive 2. And then from here you combine like terms. Our 2x plus a 4x gives us 6x, and the negative 12 plus 2 gives us negative 10. And that is as simplified as that can get. Okay, we're going to continue this, and I've just kind of changed the order here. We're going to take g first. So all of g, and we're going to subtract f. Again, when we subtract, remember to put parentheses. So we remember that this negative has to distribute to both terms. So we'll rewrite it, negative 4x minus 2 minus a 2x, and then minus a negative 12 becomes plus 12. And then you'll combine like terms. Negative 4x minus 2x is a negative 6x, and a negative 2 and a positive 12 is a plus 10. On D, we're going to take the f function, which is 2x minus 12. We're going to add the g function, which is negative 4x minus 2. And because we're adding, we don't need that parenthesis. You're going to combine like terms. 2x minus 4x, or plus a negative 4x, will give you negative 2x. And then this negative 12 and the negative 2 here will give us negative 14. On example 2, it says find each value if f of x equals 5x plus 4. So it wants you to find f of 2. And what that means is you're going to take all of this negative 2 and replace that x there and then simplify it. So we can say f of negative 2 is equal to 5, and we're replacing that x with negative 2, and then we'll add 4. So then we take 5 times negative 2 is negative 10, and add 4 to get negative 6. And so we would finish this by saying f of negative 2 equals negative 6. And what that means is if we put negative 2 into the function, we get negative 6 out of the function. And we can write this answer either like this, which is how I'll have you do it, or you can write it as an ordered pair, saying if you put negative 2 in, you get a negative 6 out. Okay, we will do B. B says you're taking f of 0. So we're going to go into the f function. This tells you what function you're going to use. And we're going to replace the x here with a 0. And then we simplify it. 5 times 0 is 0, plus 4 is 4. So f of 0 is 4. And again, you can write that as an ordered pair, but I'm happy with this notation right here. Okay, that should help you with your 6-3 operations on functions worksheet. Good luck.